Nuke him, so GG. Can we therefore head into the decider on Ghost Lake? That should be favoring Jellyfish if he's gonna be going back to Posideris. Or he could be also playing with a Norse. That would be quite a legit civilization here as well. I mean, like, Egyptian can be cool. If he's gonna be getting luck with 2 gold spawn, it's gonna be even better. Aegis are not bad on Ghost Lake.
Yes.
And yes, that gold, exactly as Jellyfish says, was a bit tricky in the first game. That definitely was. So he's gonna be going for Odin. You can see his double gold spawn. If I were Jellyfish, I would be immediately at this point at the win. And hoping for the 1 gold spawn. Because obviously 2 gold spawn is... I mean, like, he doesn't know where the golds are, which are actually frontish. So it's not that terrible as it can be. But legitimately, this is potentially something that if you have battle for any kind of reason that you want, for basically right off the map, then having a Negi with 2 golds on Ghost Lake, that's a point to be casting it and calling it. Now, nonetheless, seems like so far he's having a half a minute to potentially do it still, if he's gonna be having the decision and the mind of that. Otherwise, he's gonna be, of course, hardcoring. He's gonna be having not exactly too many caribous. It's like it's gonna be a bit of a lower hand. Okay, don't kill it yet, I guess. Gonna be going for a bit more of the goats. Because these 5 of them, that's gonna be what, 300 plus food. He's gonna be having that for about, that's 150, right? So that's 2 extra, 600. So he's gonna be getting 2 elks and 5 goats. Yep. 5 goats, 2 elks. I really actually wonder how it chooses that priority. If it's from the lower food to higher food, can be attacked by the boar, or if it's based on some kind of ID. That's something that I would be liking to test. Because it's kind of important to understanding the god power and casting it properly. Because obviously plenty of times you need to be doing some kind of math and you're gonna be going for it. Obviously you don't want to be also waiting too long because we know that little trick and, not trick, let's say, a bit of interesting feature that it's gonna be taking the immediate amount of food, but you're gonna be getting a goat with only 50. You can see right now these are the starting ones at 82. And these are the ones that he got from, oh, not this one. Where is the one? That one. 64 food is the one that he got actually new. So that's something you need to be really careful about when you're gonna be potentially waiting. That you might be effectively screwing yourself. If you want to be using on goats or piggies or cowies, you need to be casting it quick. So that you are gonna be getting the most effect out of it. Otherwise, if you're on the animals, it doesn't matter obviously because they don't move with the hunt. With the amount of food on them. So yeah, just gonna be careful about that if you, for some reason, still didn't know. You can see System of Buzz, it's gonna be cheaper villages, excellent relic. It's gonna be actually really helpful. Also for the Odin, as he's not Thor, so therefore it doesn't work obviously on dwarfies because they cost gold. It's only cost a reduction for the food. Just in case you're having some kind of plans to be discounting further the dwarfies for the Thor with Ankofra for the bit of favor. Exactly too much of an influential one, but the one to the left side is fairly important. As he therefore gonna be playing in full, as obviously there's no veto. So therefore 2 gold mines right now for Mage, which is obviously quite a bit of an edge. Or edge. It's a bit of an opportunity for him, let's say. Bit of an opportunity for him, as he does have already a hidden monument here behind the tree in the shade. In the shade of the tree, he's gonna be having to protect right now the gold mine to the right. The left one is gonna be slightly better, but if he's gonna be going for Valkyries and therefore Freya, then he can be quite easily opening it. That would be actually not a bad forest fire. That's a very nice wood line. The one to the right side is not bad either. He's having third one to the back. So he doesn't have a problem with it. So I would be kind of liking if Jellyfish took it a bit more tactically and potentially opened the gold mine in here with forest fire and didn't waste it all the way to the right. Even though wasted. I mean, I could be a bit legit. Still, if he's gonna be fast enough in here to deny the TC, but if the TC is gonna be taken, then it doesn't make a lot much of a sense. I was kind of thinking about still also opening the right mine from the right side slightly. But yet again, if the TC is gonna be taken, then it's gonna be enough of a protection. And we'll be able to wall off somewhere to the front, maybe here to the backside, depends how many woods are gonna be there. And how many trees, with, you can see Piggy to the bottom. But well, nonetheless, as we are already gonna be at 4 minutes, it's gonna be looking like that the feudal ages are gonna be coming. So classically it's gonna be with Odin. Heimdall. Is he gonna be trying to bum rush him? If so, then he definitely has balls of steel. Because that's something that nobody does. So I kind of wonder if maybe it's gonna be coming for safeguard and for towers rather than anything else. It would be a bit of an interesting and slightly uncommon play, let's say. Slightly uncommon play. It's gonna be therefore resulting into... Oh, so far just a bit of a waiting game, obviously, because it's gonna be just gonna, if he decides to go for 2 TC fasty heroic, if it's gonna be 1 TC fasty heroic, he legitimately has pretty bad gold mines beside the 2 starting ones. But the 2 starting ones will be securing him basically even up until maybe fast mythical age if he decided to be going for that. Can see that Heimdall is a really curious choice. Can see Ptach still on the way. He's gonna wait now, still about half a minute away. It's a bit of a late one. That could be actually 1 TC fasty heroic, to be honest. Can see, of course, path through the back still. And unfortunately, he didn't scout, so therefore there might be some kind of raid impossible all the way through back. You can see he's going to be having the settlement that will be nearby. So it obviously will be an option, but he's not having gate there. He's having very big at wall. It's going to be allowing gate only here to the bottom. Potentially could have played it a bit better, so that he can be getting into the TC a bit easier. With villages getting cheaper for jellyfish, yeah, that's very important. Especially it's important that it's not coming for Mage. That is the extremely important part. Gonna be dropping armory. And apparently, okay. Oh, this way. He's gonna be Njordin with Undermine, isn't he? If so, that is actually a fairly cool play. That's actually something I don't think I have seen too much. Let's see. I mean, like, imagine the Undermine, then basically trees come in here as well. Obviously, against Right, it's gonna be getting a bit tricky because of the priest being present, definitely. And with Pharaoh, if he can be somehow sniping it, then potentially why not? As you're gonna be looking at the Mage at this point with the Rain, obviously. Yeah, it will be really 1 TC fast heroic. So that should be quite a decent advance, about 7.5 if everything goes properly according to plan. You can see he's gonna be taking a bit longer there for like 8 minutes. That's not entirely all that much of a fastest one, to be honest. It's gonna be definitely playing into Jellyfish's card. In cards, rather. You can see he attempted to be dropping a longhouse potentially somewhere to the front. He's gonna be choosing differently. But then again, the gold mines are definitely not all that great. You can see this is the next gold mine outside of his base for Mage. So he better be happy that he's having 2 in his base and in the middle. Otherwise, he really... No, maybe there's gonna be gold still here, but I kind of slightly dare to doubt it, because you can see 1, 2, 3 golds to the left. No, it's not impossible. 1, 2 golds here so far. There has to be extra gold mine somewhere here. It can be there. Or really, it can be somewhere in the middle, actually. But if I had to bet, it's gonna be here. Next to the wood line somehow. It would be like in, for example, Jellyfish scouted, but nonetheless he isn't scouting. Can be, of course, right about now blocking the gold mine, because he does have the lay of the land. The opponent doesn't. The opponent has absolutely no idea what's going on. Because obviously he didn't exactly manage to do it. There's gonna be the Hathor advancing about 8-10. Njord is gonna be already in. He's going for the cheesy strat, he really is. But he's not gonna be able to block the heroic age. He was probably hoping it's gonna be 2 TC fasty heroic, and therefore he'll be able to block it that way, but right now that's gonna be a bit of a different story. With the heroic age already at 8.6. Can see with the big roll in. I mean, like, it's definitely quite a legit decision considering the secondary gold mine against. Basically, you can see how it's set in the pace of the game. I'm really, as I said, I'm thinking a Jellyfish should have vetoed. He should have kind of gotten rid of the second gold mine, at least try to be getting rid of it. So on Ghost League, it's kind of like, I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's a bit less likely to be getting 2 gold spawn. But I could be wrong. Maybe it's 50-50. 1 gold and 2 golds. Not really right now, 100% positive. Gonna be getting, of course, immediately the Mountain Giant. Gonna be going for Yaros. Yeah, he will. He's gonna be using the Ring Giver. But he's gonna be getting the resources for it. Once he's gonna be getting the resources for it all. You can see, of course, Petsuchos. Petsuchos' budget are gonna be right now having the disappointment. You can see that 2Ts, there is actually not a gold mine here. So right now, yet again, it really could be there somewhere. There is a hunt that is hidden in. Potentially could be discovering some gold also in the corner, if in case. So far doesn't seem to be coming. No, the gold is therefore gonna be somewhere either to the top, or maybe he's gonna be unlucky and that's gonna be to the left side. Another gold mine, the fourth one. So far not really sure, as he's going for a bit of raiding. Obviously at this point the god powers are unfortunately pretty moot. I mean, like the forest and the trees are pretty nice. You can see he's gonna be throwing away the mountain giant, unfortunately. But no, that really is thrown away, to be honest. You need to be using it correctly and together with all the other god powers. Because obviously he's quite a bit mighty with his 300 damage onto the special attack, and he can at least defeat dwarfies and disrupting gold gathering and also wood gathering. Much more importantly, so it's gonna be of course quite a bit obnoxious locus in here with another hill fort. Gonna be of course going for a bit of Huskarls there as well, but right now he's exactly going to be missing the wood, and that is why the locus is exactly not too much of a bad play. Not sure if it was the purpose for that to be blocking him from wood exactly now. I'll be kind of thinking not. He just gonna had the opportunity so he simply cast it, but it's gonna be having the effect of exactly right now slowing jellyfish down. He's gonna be having not all that many upgrades. I'm thinking, yep, nothing exactly going on for him. And he doesn't even, for example, have medium infantry so far. So I'm kinda not entirely certain what's right now the plan for jellyfish. I'm thinking he is slightly surprised by the fact that it's not 2 TC fastly heroic. He was probably counting on that. That it's gonna be slower, like 9-minute advance. He's gonna be jumping on him on the main TC. So I'm thinking it's not going exactly according to plan. What he was hoping for. So Mage surprising him. Because right about now this third lane is gonna be working out really well for Mage. I mean, like, he's still having how much gold? 3000 gold. I mean, like, can be still staying here for all eternity. No, not kinda, Ulf. The golds and the TCs are bad for Mage rather. They really are, but he's having quite a saving grace with the second gold in the base. That's really just completely overdoing it all. And especially right now with Jellyfish's strategy that he has chosen. You can see he's gonna be right now looking around slightly. Seems like basically Jellyfish is without idea what to do right. Slightly. Just doesn't know how to crack the walnut open. You can see to the left that's gonna be still the continued raiding by Mage. And basically the longer this is gonna be taken, the better chance that Mage is gonna be getting into Mythical Age, and therefore he's gonna be able to claim second of gold mine somewhere with Son of Osiris. So he's gonna be heading into the fight. Having only normal camels, that's gonna be maybe a bit of a problem. You can see walking units are gonna be cast. Gonna be potentially trying to go for defense against the siege tower, but maybe could be also going for the TC here. As he's gonna be having medium cavalry. Resources are kinda so-so for Mage so far. How many upgrades is he having on the release? You can see now, well, pretty much the baseline with Shaft Mine on top of it, as the trees are gonna be right about now falling back. I mean, like, he can be keeping it for a bit later, but obviously they won't be too much of a surprise anymore, so that's a bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer, and this is obviously another important tactical play here by the wall and by the gate, because you can see that Red can be immediately switching from right to left side here, whereas his opponent has to be basically just going around all the time. Yeah, so basically costing him quite a bit. The shifting sense already in. That's gonna be shifting a few things to the bottom side. It's gonna be 2 camels with, we can see 2 Jarls and 2 Huskarls with throwing axemen. So basically fairly important. It's gonna be quite nicely sneaking in for the TC. That the opponent is, oh well, he kinda did notice it in the end. So that's gonna be a bit unlucky for Mage. You can see 2, it was almost there. Almost there, 380 hit points almost. We're just missing, so that was really damn close. Almost actually managed to sneak in it. And it would have been, of course, a bit of a problem. I don't think it would be necessarily lasting, to be honest. I think Jellyfish would be able to take it down anyway, but it would be just a bit of an extra play for him to be made. And potentially, of course, the extra shooting from the TC would be a bit obnoxious and a bit problematic in that direction. So that could be at least something. At least something indeed. As he's gonna be there for at this point heading into... Oh well, at least kind of nice fighting going on here. That's definitely not too terrible and not too bad. You can see he's gonna be able to get rid of the build-up. I mean, I think DC is most probably gonna be at the finish, but it almost feels to me that he's gonna be losing it anyway right after, as he doesn't seem to be exactly all that much of a stronghold on the map and all the position. But the trees are so far working pretty damn well, as obviously he doesn't have exactly all that many priests, and he's not even targeting that, unfortunately, Mage. So you can see their hit points, they are not entirely low. You can see the trees having 280 hit points, and he's having 60 pierce resistance and 30 melee, so he's definitely not a bad unit to be basically even tanking the damage if he wants to, and if he wants to, and if he doesn't. And Odin Wolf, no, you don't get a second gold mine on Ghost Lake every single time. I think it's somewhere like 50-50, I think. But I could be definitely wrong on that. It's definitely not every game. So I'm thinking that could have been an attempt for Jellyfish to veto it and get rid of it. You can see so far 2 gold mines there, and there's the 4th one. So it was actually 4 gold mines all the way to the left side. There's gonna be only 1 to the right. So obviously that could be a bit of a problem for Mage to reach his survive. At this point he's gonna be having a bit of urgency behind himself in trying to go forward for the TCs and everything along those lines. You can see, of course, the one to the top side will be a bit tricky for the villagers because they're probably gonna be getting killed fairly quickly. 400 gold here, 400 there, that's 800 gold left. He's not gonna be advancing into Mythical Age with that. So he better be making sure he's gonna be able to drop a Migdol here, and it seems like that he's exactly gonna be well in time for that. You can see, of course, still gonna be keeping 3 trees, walking with them. Has to be having, it has to be so weird being the soldiers and having the trees walking for them all the time and with them. It has to be so damn weird. Now, well, nonetheless, it's gonna be about now the Camelinos, obviously right now slightly growing low on numbers. You can see Ulfiar, so medium cavalry, also medium infantry, is ready for Jellyfish, but he doesn't have any kind of other upgrades. The Camels wouldn't have anything at all either. You can see Plo coming for Jellyfish. He's gonna be trying to switch into a bit more echo. And, well, he's also out of the gold mines in his base. So right now he's better be hoping that he's gonna be able to, of course, capture the gold mine to the right, because you can see his opponent is gonna be well capable of that. He has already killed the TC to the top as we expected. Seems like it, even using not only army but also villages, I would be expecting. Didn't exactly see it, but yeah, well, kind of goes to figure. And he was wanting to go for that. So it seems to me that right now Mage is suddenly in a much better situation, and that kind of like early play for Jellyfish didn't exactly work out as he would have planned. So why is he not making budgets? Oh, well, he does have a bit of favor for that. So he potentially could be. Yeah, it definitely would have been something helpful. He's having only 1 monument, unfortunately, so maybe 2nd would be helpful to make that a bit easier. Other budgets would be kind of cool. I mean, like, it would be some kind of unit. He does have plenty of wood, so he could have been using that, obviously, at this point. He actually spent a lot of wood, though. So that's gonna be for, what exactly for? Some siege towers, maybe? Or maybe he just sold it for a bit of gold. Actually, maybe he sold it for gold, it seems like. Yeah, I'm thinking he did. Because at this point, he's gonna be running out of both of them. He's gonna be having the new one, though, so basically everything's going according to plan so far. According to plan, and well, yep, he is going to be making Betsugos, exactly as you say. 2 minutes in the past, that is obviously... I mean, like the budgets, it's a unit that is, to be honest, kind of slightly underestimated, because it's costing only wood, and quite often you're gonna be having a surplus of wood, even as the Egi. As they tend to be, of course, preparing for the siege towers and for the chariots. And quite often we're gonna be seeing them with quite a lot of them and a lot of it. And it's basically a cheap unit. If you're gonna be having some free favor, then kind of why not? Why not indeed? As there's gonna be, of course, right now not any kind of new upgrades, as you'll be exactly standard. And Balder is coming in. Okay, so Jellyfish is gonna be trying to close the game somehow quick. Obviously, it's gonna be right now the last chance for him, it seems to me, because at this point Mage is already in quite a good control of the map, but all he needs to be doing is basically deny the gold. If he's gonna be able to deny this gold, because so far there's no Migdol here, I think it's a tactic mistake by Mage. But once he's gonna be immediately seeing, of course, that he's advancing, then he probably will be trying to drop it immediately. You can see that the Balder is gonna be taking how long still? Oh, still about like 40 seconds. So he does have a bit of time to potentially get some kind of upgrades up, maybe. You can see it's gonna be copper weapons and Balder. Copper weapons and Balder at this point are gonna be up. As you can be, of course, at this point also expecting that there's gonna be some attempt on the left gold mine, which there will be. No, potentially could have been building the mining camp a bit closer, but still. It's gonna be good enough. Obviously, he sees so far that there's not any kind of build up here, and he's already having heavy spearmen with no upgrades on them. So obviously, this attack is gonna be at least temporarily stopped. Blue will be having to rebuild a few houses to get some kind of population up, and he's only at 1 TC. That's obviously a bit of a problem. It's gonna be right now the Balder. We're gonna be looking at how many units? You can see 50 Ragnarok. I mean, like, with how little defenses there are, the actually might be still working. And we mustn't forget he's still having the Undermine. Still having the Undermine from a Heimdall. You can see Ragnarok is cast immediately, gonna be getting his double copper, and therefore he's gonna be coming forward with trying to get rid of the Petsuchai. Could be potentially still hiding, for example, in the rock. He's gonna be trying to move somewhere else with the siege towers. Maybe trying to be a bit cheeky. As you can see, he's gonna be gunning for the gold. He also needs to be discovering the one to the left side though, and hoping for... No, he has to be having a bit of luck with that, or kind of presence of mind rather. Presence of mind, but here it's all about gold blocking, exactly. That's all he needs to be doing, basically. This is a tactical mistake by Mage, not to be reinforcing the gold mine by a Migdol. That's something that we said needs to be coming like basically the first build-in, and even before mining camp pretty much. So that is a bit of an issue. So there's gonna be gold denied here. The one to the left side is gonna be still working. He definitely doesn't have enough scouting. You can see that this one is unfortunately not good enough. You can see 9 villages waiting in there. Jellyfish needs to be really controlling. That's gonna be quite nice drop on the TC with the rock. I was kinda thinking it might be the case. So there's gonna be not any kind of rebuilding going on. He doesn't have resources, so he's gonna be legitimately screwed. 300 food sold is not gonna be enough for the TC. That's not gonna be definitely good enough here at all. So basically really what he needs to be doing is just gonna camp on the gold, or even push for the TC. You don't need to be doing it too badly, I'm thinking. He's gonna be right now finally scouting the left side, so he's gonna be of course sending a few more heresies into that position. TC is gonna be gone, so therefore this is gonna be full on hardcore. He won't be getting any kind of extra units. He doesn't have the resources or anything, so it's gonna be all about potentially winning with direct. And if he doesn't, then well, he kind of doesn't. And it kind of feels to me so far that Mage could be able to overlast him, and outlast him rather, not overlast him. Because, I mean, like, sure, he does have still quite a lot of units. For example, the Huskarls, he needs to be microing it properly. Because right now the Huskarls 55% pierce resistance. The Hersers, the Heroes of Ragnarok are at 40. So what he needs to be doing is sending the Huskarls first into the TC so that they basically take the aggro. And then only the Heroes of Ragnarok, so that he's gonna be saving lives. Because at this point he really needs to be playing that way. Otherwise he's just gonna be using way too many lives and way too early. You can see that the gold is gonna be getting blocked. Villages moving somewhere to the south into that gold mine maybe. Maybe he could actually, legitimately. Maybe he could. You can see plenty of villages getting killed. So you're gonna be looking at the population limit at only 130. Okay, there's gonna be plenty of villies going for the villy fight. Obviously with the skin of the rhino, they're gonna be a whole lot harder to take down. TC is gonna be of course gone, at least temporarily. You can see that the army is gonna be there. Now well, taking down the last one is gonna be quite difficult, considering the Migdol, considering the towers. But bit of a thing is that without gold he's gonna be not able to do too much. You can see he's gonna be trying to sneak into on the gold mine here to the bottom side. It seems like he's gonna be trying to maybe get rid of the siege towers. At least he finally is doing that. So there's not gonna be anything new for him. Yeah, I'm really thinking he needs to be really more careful about the lives of his units. Right now the Migdol is gonna be close enough, so he needs to be attacking only from the top, so that he isn't attacked from the bottom. You can see it's gonna be the Undermine. That's... Now potentially could have cast Undermine differently to take down even the tower here, for example. Like somehow from the right, so that he's gonna be traveling slightly. He's gonna be dealing damage where at this point? Some kind of buildings. He travels slowly. Actually, he cast it about like here. So it was traveling to the Migdol slightly, it seems to me. So the TC is going to be gone. The number of the units is he's at 109 population with the Fire Giant. If he's going to be able to keep the Fire Giant going, then it might be quite a bit legit. You can see without TC it's going to be getting a bit more complicated for Mage. This is quite a gritty game. Ah, that's a horrible spot. Don't. You can see the two towers right about now. Oh, that could hurt. That could hurt quite a bit. You can see right now, of course, the villages around it to repair it. This is the battle for... Oh, the fight for the game. Oh man, I think this is a mistake by Jellyfish. I think this is a mistake, he should have done that. Those two towers. But Red is running out of gold right about now. Just happens to be running out of gold. Oh well, haha. Migdol is gone. Right about now, that means basically military buildings are gonna be gone as well. He needs to be right now taking a bit of a stock of the situation. Getting rid of the towers one by one, because he's right now getting shot at so long and so long indeed. Can see he's having still at least a bit of gold gathered. So he can be continuing Mage with the game at least a bit. But right now, just gonna don't throw away all the villages. Gotta get rid of the towers, like please. Pretty please, because right now he's down to only 55 population limit. He's having literally only a few ravens and nothing here, obviously. He is not gonna be having anything there. So this is quite an interesting game. The Fire Giant needs to be getting somewhere out of range first and foremost. Gonna be getting, of course, a bit of gold in there, so that he can be building the priest, so therefore the fire giant will be probably dying. Okay. Yeah, the fire giant gone is gonna be a bit of a bummer, because that was quite a bit of a power to potentially get rid of the towers. I'm really thinking that jellyfish screwed it up by that Migdol here. He should have played it differently. Rather more carefully. That was not entirely all that necessary. Thinking to play it that way. But well, let's see if he's gonna be still able to somehow finish it up. You can see he's gonna be finding the villages to the bottom, because he doesn't have TC. He doesn't have gold at this point. He doesn't have resources for the TC. So legitimately he does have only a few villages there. So the Heroes of Ragnarok can be killing those. He can be right about now killing all this economy there. You can see one last villager. So he can still win it. He can still win it, but it's extremely close. Yeah, you can see right now the villages are gonna be gone. With also the army. You can see there's gonna be villages gone here. Therefore, it's gonna be remaining villages to the bottom with one there to the top side. He's gonna be dropping the market. I mean, like, sure. Does he have temple? No, he has a longhouse. He can be producing actually legitimately a few units still. But no, well, he's gonna be selling a bit of food. He can be getting a few, I don't know, horses maybe, some kind of yeah, well, some kind of horses I guess he can be getting. Last villages. He killed the one to the left side. So last villages, they need to be exactly running towards the towers. Okay, there are gonna be a few axemen here waiting for him. He's having good hit points on these units though. So he should be still winning this battle. It's gonna be still resulting into the villages escaping though, that's a problem. They're gonna be next to the towers and he doesn't have anything else. That was a tactical mistake. He should have sent at least the Jarl after them. And then he's gonna be coming back. You can see he doesn't have any kind of way to do anything else. He's gonna be getting a bit of food here potentially. You can see from the right side he's gonna be having a bit more villages. He actually saved them in the rock. Okay, I didn't see that. Aha! No, well, so we're gonna be running around here for a bit. Okay. With a few towers still right now available. It is gonna be quite something, because he doesn't have a way how to destroy this. He could be potentially getting throwing axemen somewhere, I guess. He's getting for the horsey. Yet he's having still a bit of resources. He should be getting throwing axemen to get rid of the rock. Yeah, he did get one. It's gonna be still a few axemen. Okay, that's quite nice little micro. Keeping the throwing axemen alive. I mean, like, this guy is right now gonna be pretty much MVP. He's gonna be just strolling around here. You can see the villagers farming, getting food. I mean, like, without the gold, and he doesn't have market, right, though? Nope, he doesn't have... Oh, does he? He does. He should be killing the market, damn it. Jellyfish didn't notice that. He needs to be killing the market. Because otherwise, obviously, he can be selling the food and getting resources for some more units. You can see he's getting some throwing axemen here to the top side. Okay, this could be taken a bit still. You can see there's gonna be another hero dead. Basically, every soldier dead at this point is gonna be quite a gold. Quite worth gold. You can see it's gonna be, of course, the auto queue on the throwing, on the axemen rather. I'm not entirely certain if actually Jellyfish is appreciating the villages to the top that he forgot about a bit earlier. Obviously, those towers standing here are quite a bit of an edge still. Villagers get in here. I'm kind of thinking that Mage should be winning this. He's so far being careful enough. Jellyfish obviously doesn't have any kind of chance for anything new. Yep, that seems like a victory for Mage, to be honest. He's playing it really well right about now at the very end here. Just keeping it safe. If he could be getting rid of the rock, then maybe. But that would be, of course, contingent on mistake from Jellyfish. Or from Mage, rather. He's gonna wait about now coming for the fight. Can see budget for... for the win. That was a bit of a fight that he didn't need to be taken, to be honest. That was a mistake by Mage. Why was he doing that? That was such a mistake. He's trying to basically lure Jellyfish into fights. You can see the villagers somewhere. Where did they actually go? Oh, for the gold. Yeah, for the gold. So temple is gone. Sure. That's really a problem, that right about now he's not even using the ravens properly. Gonna be looking at the gold here. He can be probably massacring them now, because The rock is very far away. He's gonna be already coming in to potentially save it, but he's gonna be receiving plenty of damage from right now the throwing axeman because he can see the pre-sal staying in. That's a mistake. That's a tactical mistake right now by Mage. He's gonna be too exposed in the rock. Okay, he's gonna be receiving at least a bit of damage. Can be still, of course, healing it by the priest here. No, kinda doesn't have to be going for that too much. You can see the gold mine there. It's gonna be dropping, of course, new mining camp. Because it's obviously for free, so kinda why not? Can be, of course, walling indefinitely pretty much. He can be walling himself in with lumber camps and granaries and whatever. Yeah, he should be winning. He should be winning, really. Because at this point, Jellyfish, he's having still a bit of resources, but that's gonna be pretty much it. He obviously cannot be getting anything new, unfortunately. Yeah, he should be winning. Based on how it is played, based on the 3 towers in here, that can be, of course, quite a nice defense. Then Rush should be winning. Doesn't have to be short yet, but it should be that way. You can see, of course, the echo with the rock. Yeah, well, the rock is definitely a bit of a game saver at this point. Yeah, he does. Yes, he does, because unfortunately, Jellyfish kind of wasted a lot of units on that Migdol. That was a bad fight. That simply shouldn't have taken place. He should have just screw it. Just block the gold, and what the hell is he gonna be doing without the gold and without TCs? He just was way too impatient, just needed to be blocking the gold and be done with it. But yeah, well. GG. It's gonna be at this point the Mage right now winning the fight after 30 minutes. It was quite a funny one, but yeah, well. Mage is gonna be there for getting the victory after quite a weird one. Quite a damn weird one, but yeah, well, definitely Jellyfish could have won that. Unfortunately, it's not entirely going to be too much true. No, well, nonetheless, that was an excellent one to be ending the match with. Unfortunate for Jellyfish, but obviously this is only the first round, and it's going to be still plenty more games coming up in the Voobly League. And you can definitely expect plenty of games streamed across the community. Now, well, at any rate, let's at this point go into right now the post game to get some information, and then it seems like it potentially could be going to other match into Swiss Boy with Kilt. Now, is he gonna be at this point 4,000? 0 TC timer? I'm not sure. I mean, like, this was kind of fun game, even with the 0 TCs there. Can see Mage's economy much better, but even that didn't exactly lead into that much of a clear victory. As you can see, it's gonna be, of course, quite nice units killed here for a Jellyfish, sure. But it's gonna be also, I'm thinking, because of the Ragnarok in there. Can see 13 research count for both, otherwise he was having 50 heroes of Ragnarok, can see 54. As we are at the heroic age. Fairly similar, that's I'm thinking something that surprised Jellyfish slightly. He was probably expecting to TC fast the heroic and bum rushing him with the trees and the undermine. I think that was the original plan that simply couldn't pass. And couldn't come to pass. You can see the economy here. 80 kind of drop into about like still 17 villages or whatever. Or 15. How many actually did he have at the end? It's gonna be like 9, 312, 13 villages. Seems like he was having at the end. 13 villages indeed. No, well, okay. Let's therefore go through, and same army at the end here. In the end, you can see, of course, downtrend, but Tervius gonna keep it on the same levels pretty much. But unfortunately, that rock was way too much of a power for him. GG, congratulations to Mage on the victory in the first round of the Behemoth Contender Division of the Voobly League, hosted by Boit and ChronoJJ. And of course, quite a nice help and significant help also from Wiz, Kilt, Hagrit, and RyFang, and GG. Ragnarok's, how would we be actually losing if he had no resources? At that point, did you even see the game? At that point, Mage was having 0 gold. He couldn't produce anything at all. All he needed to be doing is gonna keep units around the TC and then block the gold mines. And there was nothing, literally nothing, that Mage could have been doing at that point. He didn't need to be taking it down at all. He just needed to be gold blocking and then kind of playing it a bit more carefully because he was just gonna shoot it by 2 towers at once. He obviously would be having to kill it at basically in the end, most probably. Actually, I'm not sure if he would be having to take it down. I'm legitimately not sure about that. I'm thinking that maybe Mage could be discouraged at that point if it actually took long enough. Yeah, as I was saying, Jellyfish right now in the chat confirming that he was expecting a 2TC fast heroic, so advance at like 9 minutes plus maybe. So that would have been a good rush at that point.